I don't think it's always bad to have some time falling behind. It comes down to what you do and what the actual purpose of doing something like that is, but when I see myself after a long day, when looking back to what I've done and know that this day wasn't used for longer than 1-2 hours for myself, then I start to see that there was something else of importance on that day that wasn't coming from myself and which was actually letting me fall behind because I couldn't use the time for what I was trying to strive for. But it also represents the current state I'm in. It also shows me that this is the current moment. This is the current situation. And I am doing this for a reason. And this reason is quite clear. The reason why you go somewhere to earn money or pursue something where you know you can get money from is that you can sustain yourself. But I don't think this should be the objective for the things I'm doing. The objective should be what makes me fulfilled. And that I'm able to sustain myself should be the byproduct. But it should not be the main objective. It should not be the reason why I do something. And whenever I see or feel how life takes over, the life of doing work for someone else, I had very concerning thoughts about the progress. When in the end it actually is just the thing we need now. It is a part of the person we are about to get once we persist, once we stay on it. Because when we see or understand that we have to come up with the perseverance to actually be able to live a life that makes us fulfilled and sustain ourselves from that, then we will need to do something to that point to sustain ourselves. And it can take longer or it can be done faster, but it is certainly a thing we have to keep in mind and always look back on and always have to feel. It's not like that we could move out of this. We have to take it now, as we know this is what we need to do. But to take it as something negative, as something that is holding you up, is holding you back, is dragging you down, won't ever change anything. It won't make any step in the coming times an easier one. It will never. Will only make the progress harder, and that's the thing you don't want. You want to help yourself along that way. You want to find the approach that actually suits your needs and your desires and makes you fulfilled in the end. And that just can't be fueled by positive energies or like motivation you that drags you further, that gets you into some sort of flow state in which you almost feel like you're moving against the clock, then it only gonna bring you to a state where you just are not in touch with your current reality in a regard that may actually help you. And what I mean by that is, when I'm distancing myself from the current reality I'm in, no matter what I'm thinking about how life is in the current situation, or how our overall societal stages or constitutions are, when I'm always working against these things. And I'm not saying you should not say anything about how bad life might be or how hard it is in today's time. I'm not saying that things that happen out there are good, but you play a part in it, and you play the part of your own life for first, because that is the most important part for you, your life, your decisions, and your outcome. And no matter how you think, no matter how miserably you might feel about being in this society, in this town, in this friendship group, in this overall life, it's only up to you to make a change, but still find a way to rather distance yourself from certain negative impacts, take them, find a solution, or just absorb them and see how you can take them and reevaluate in yourself and find new meaning for yourself in those things. And when the new meaning means that you might just want to make a change, then that is a great thing. You can. We all can make things happen when we think it's important enough for us, for others. And I think this is a big thing we should focus more and more on, no matter in which regard. There are so many areas in life that could just be enhanced for the overall population when we would focus on them together. But at first I think we should start at ourselves to understand or get clear with what we are and where we want to head. And as soon as we feel that we see who we are and what life, and then you bite me once again, as always out here. Today the ants are quite annoying, but that's okay. Where did I get interrupted by those mosquitoes? Yeah. I think it's just easier said than done mostly when we think about how life in our surroundings impact us and where we might find a way to get out of certain stages and mindsets. But the movements towards absorbing the thought, the feeling, like broadening it up in front of you, getting yourself a glimpse into yourself is always going to help, is always going to show that we can be more in the next moment when we let the current one sink in and be clear with our past and start to live a life that we feel is the right one. And just like that, I got to understand that I shall not work against these forces, because nothing's gonna change when I'm not doing the moves, when I'm not approaching a change from within that makes the external changes possible as well. So I can I can feel bad about being in such a state where I have to get to work for such an amount in the week and get that back and don't have time to spend on my development, on my ideas, on my dreams. Yeah, sure, I can feel bad. And the pain will never be gone unless I actually arrive at the point where I can truly see how I'll be able to sustain myself with the things I do. But I can certainly be in a more elaborated state in that I'm still getting back to balance and still be able to understand in what kind of stage I am now, because I see that this is important now as well. And once I stop to just wonder or suffer in this whole thing, it makes me sad to go to work, it feels bad, why am I doing this, when I'm not having to actually fight with these feelings and thoughts, then there is room in which I can get to focus again more easily, because I get there, I do the stuff that's necessary now, and then I get home and have a clear mind. I let all the stuff behind and go back to what is necessary, and I'll have certainly more energies than just coming home and feeling like, oh, my whole day is over, what shall I do now? That's not going to give me the energies I want to have to pursue what is necessary from me to get there faster. As this is the main objective, I want to find ways to work efficiently with the time I have and actually give myself room and open windows in my available time to make it possible finding or coming closer to the actual things that are important for me. And when there are things and thoughts that drag me down and just drain my energy and don't come with any positive side, with anything that might give me something, then I shall filter it out, and I shall not just numb myself through this kind of thing that I'm not worrying about all these thoughts no more. No, I will just have to see that it's the thing I need now, and when that's a necessity to maintain life and just go after it, then it's okay, and I can take it. And when I can take it, I can also just take this setback from this knowingly impacting setback that might hold me back, that might bring me that might just takes my time or makes me feel bad, I can just like let this whole thing sink and be okay with it and not worry about it no more. Because the balance is the thing that is important for us. And that's why I bought this thing today. When I got home so late after that long day, where you certainly can see how done I am for today. And it wasn't like I felt like I need to make this video, no. But I just want to, as always, show that it's not a thing that has to be like forced. It can come with ease. And this came also with ease, because I'm in peace with what I'm doing and how I'm feeling. Because I'm not worrying that I lost time today because I had to work the whole day. And I could also just not sit here now in nature when the whole day got wasted on doing something for someone else and sit home and already work on my app, but I felt good about just getting back as well, because I knew that this is the thing I want to do as well, and it also has its priorities. And for sure we know or already got to understand that we also likely underestimate how much we could get done when we actually prioritize more and more on one thing, but it's just not possible at that state. It's not possible for me to only focus on that one thing. And I think life is multifaceted. It's not only one thing. It should be more. And big projects should only take your one focus, but I can at that stage not only do one big project, even if I would love to. And I'll find a way and I'll share it. And I'll certainly have a time where I'll just say, now it's time to leave the job, because I got enough, I made enough, or I know that it's going to work out as well. And then there's a whole lot of not a different focus shift going to happen. But until then, I can also be in tune with myself, even though I may not be able to come up with as much time on some days, and just take it. Even though I'm always saying I shall not take things as they are, and I am not doing this. I am not taking things as they are just by looking at how my day ended and where my current state in life is, because I'm doing something against it. It's not like that I'm leaning back and life's doing its act on me and I'm in this rat race. And not finding a way to get out. It's that I'm doing something very much, that I have clear priorities, but I also have to do something to maintain life in a monetary way, and therefore I am okay with going to work and coming up with these times. So this is why I think that it makes my mind clearer whenever I even had a long day not doing what I love, not pursuing my dreams, not going after my routines. Because it can just be. And I'll have another day where I find more time for myself. And maybe I have more free time, as well as I now worked hard for that day and got a day free in the coming days. So yeah, it's about that shift, that ever-going shift that we are in when we pursue, when we not getting stagnant with our own development, with our dreams, with our approaches, understandings, backgrounds. And I'm in a big kind of shift at this moment, and it won't go so fast. That's okay. Yeah. And even the energies shift from one day to the other, where I'm sitting out there, because that's life. We're agile beings. We're nothing that is never changing, always staying the same. We're organic things. We live by the change, and our feelings and thoughts can do that as well. But we also have, or can have, a certain framing that we are feeling best to stay and live in, or can imagine one. And to have these dreams, these feelings of the future, and visions, carry way more power than we might think. So I think I'll just let it be here, even though I don't think I opened up too many parts of myself today. But that's alright. That's alright as well. As mentioned, we don't have to force anything. We can just be who we are. So, I wish you all the best. And wish you all the best again, because it's not like that, I just said it. Bye, I'm done. My mind is so, see you very soon.